Wow, what a game. Carter Verhaeghe just puts it in for the Florida Panthers, and we have a 2-2 series right now, leaving overtime. What a massive win for the Panthers. Maybe that's exactly what they needed to go forward in this series, but also great effort by the Capitals. So the fact that they're able to stick around, hang in, and they got a 2-2 series lead, the veteran team that they are, it's really hard to take away from this game who I think comes out in the better position after 4 in this series. Let's talk about it. This video is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm not going to do a ton of goal breakdowns. We're just going to do some high level analysis. First off, I really like the line combinations that Florida ended up putting together. Marchment, Barkov, and Giroux was absolutely the right call. So I like when the coach makes changes with this. I especially like the fact that they put Sherratt up there with Ekblad. Uyghur has been struggling. I hear about it all the time, Florida fans. Hey, Mr. Stick Handle. He does stick handle too many times. That is not the sign of confidence. You want to move the puck north to south with minimum stick handles if you're a defenseman. The first goal of the game obviously came from TJ Oshie and the Washington Capitals on a power play, and I really feel like the Florida Panthers did not do themselves any favors in this game going to the box at the opportunities that they did. They took penalties, in my opinion, at the worst possible time, but their penalty kill comes through. Bobrovsky stands on his head, and they are able to rally and come back. Verhaeghe ends up answering back from Ekblad on what can only be considered a very ugly goal, but fantastic if you're a Florida fan. Samsonov does his best. He's been hot in the last 2 games, but the question about this after he's lost, will this have cracked the code for the Florida Panthers, and will the floodgates open for the 5-on-5 juggernaut? Evgeny Kuznetsov answers with goal number 2, and we get the flying bird. I absolutely love that celebration there. And then Sam Reinhart's, I mean, the Sams were all over this one. Bennett and Reinhart, strong second line. He's able to come back from Barkov and Huberdeau. But the big story of this game is gotta still be the Florida Panthers power play, is it not? There's a lot of guys asking me about this, and if you want to ask Coach Ryan D a question, go ahead, join our Discord. The link is down below. I'd love to talk to you. We talk during every game. If you want to support this video, give us a big thumbs up. It goes a long way to help us. And if you want to join the channel, hit subscribe, Capitals or Panther fan. We would love to have you on this channel, cheering on your team with me as well. That Florida power play was just... Team, 5 forwards on a power play is a hard no. It's always a hard no. Your defenseman, your number 1 defenseman on every team in the NHL is always going to be better than your 5th forward. There's no way around it. I don't care how talented the team is. Your number 1 defenseman is usually a top 2 player. That's why we talk about in our rosters here on this channel that the elite centerman and the elite defenseman, if you have one of each, it's more important than even the goaltender. You need to have your puck-moving defenseman out there. They likely skate better than the forward. They likely walk the line better than the forward. They likely shoot from the top better than the forward. They likely pass better than the forward. All that positioning that you have on top of the power play playing that quarterback position are all movements that defensemen have been practicing over and over and over again, and it is not an organic position for a forward to be in. A forward also thinks only forward, offense, offense, offense. That defenseman always is used to seeing the ice as a quarterback. You need to have that guy out there. I fully disagree with this power play lineup. It was gross. I don't care who you put back there. It should be Ekblad. I mean, who else are you going to trust? Now, Florida fan, you tell me down below who you would put on there. I know there's a lot of different answers, but when you've got a horse like Aaron Ekblad, why would you put anybody else back there? It doesn't make any sense. I'm actually not sure how much Ekblad is included in the Florida power play regularly. I'm not sure if it's him or Uyghur that end up quarterbacking it. But the fact that you wouldn't put Aaron Ekblad back there and you'd put 5 forwards just blew my mind. I didn't get it. I don't like it. A lot of people were telling me in Discord they don't like it. You're warranted to not. I can't see the hockey tactics behind it. Obviously, Florida outshot Washington here like crazy, 32-16. Florida fans, you don't have a ton to worry about. I mean, I know this series is close, but if you head over here to my favorite website, naturalstattrick.com, you can go into the playoffs here and you can go ahead and sort teams. You can see Florida's got one of the best courses out there, and we talk about this on the channel all the time. Everything eventually comes back to the middle. So if you're getting more chances than chances are going on you, eventually the floodgates have to open and you have to win, right? Not necessarily in a 7 game, but it's a great indicator. So in a 2-2 series, this is a big deal, especially when you notice that Washington is number 14. So you can sneak a couple games through that way. Heck, you might even sneak a series because they're big, physical, they clog up the middle, they jam up the Florida Panthers, they make the Panthers play their game, but it's going to be very difficult to win a game when you're only putting up 16 shots, especially going into overtime. So this game, although it never really felt like it was in Florida's favor, when you really think about it from an analytical perspective, it was like, how could they actually lose this? But that is the best part of the playoffs. So Caps fans, Florida fans, we have a 3-game series going back. Thank you for being here. Subscribe if you're not. If you really like the content, head below, leave us a little tip called Super Thanks, but no pressure. And if you really like what Coach Ryan D has and you want to join the coaching staff, we have a new thing called membership down below. Be a part of my staff, join my bench crew, link up with us. We'd really appreciate it.